Does your partner yell at you? You want to ask them a question, they yell. You want to have a conversation with them, they yell. They want you to do something for them, they yell. Let's talk today about your partner's behavior and what it means for you. Yelling can be a form of emotional abuse. It is true that even in healthy relationships, sometimes the couples have heated arguments and then they yell. However, yelling can also be a tool that your partner is using to silence you, to create fear in you so that they can dominate in the relationship, so that they can control your actions in that relationship. So how can you tell whether the yelling you're experiencing is simply something that comes off of your partner's bad mood or arguments, or a tool that your partner is deliberately using to control you? The first thing that you notice is that yelling is frequent. Now, I'm not saying any type of yelling is good. Yelling generally is not good for any relationship, and all couples should strive to have a relationship where they don't yell at each other. However, yelling, when it becomes frequent, can be a tool that your partner is simply using to silence you. When you want to resolve an issue, you want to have a mature conversation with them about something they've done wrong, and they begin to yell and raise their voices. What they are trying to do is that they are trying to deflect from the situation. They're using it as a means to silence you so that they're not accountable to you. Another way that you can tell that the abuse you're experiencing has crossed over into the realm of abuse is that you have become afraid of your partner. So you have gotten to a point where you are now afraid to disagree with them because you know they are going to yell. You're afraid to point out when they've done something that hurts you because you know that they are going to yell. You have become afraid to make mistakes. As a matter of fact, when you make mistakes, you are terrified because you know that they are going to yell. You have become subservient to them. In other words, when they say they want you to do something, you rush to do it. Not necessarily because you want to, but because you are afraid that they are going to yell. Please, when yelling has crossed into that level where you have become afraid of your partner, know that it has become emotional abuse. And it is a tool that your partner is using to prevent you from speaking up in that relationship. It is a fear tactic to control you. Now, yelling is not something that you should condone in your relationship because it can have major long-term effects on you. Major long-term effects on your mental health. It can lead to depression. It can lead to having sleep disorders. And it can also lead to having serious anxiety issues. So please don't condone it. It's not something that you should wave off when it begins to affect your mental health. Apart from affecting your mental health, it can also bring about low self-esteem. It will definitely take away your self-esteem. When someone is constantly shutting you down, shouting you down, they're going to take away your self-esteem. And you don't want that because it's going to prevent you from being the full person and reaching the full potential that you actually have. Apart from that, yelling can also make you become aggressive. Unfortunately, lots of times, people who have been abused begin to react in certain ways because of the extent of abuse that they have received. So someone who has been yelled at over and over becomes a yeller themselves. And the last thing that you want is to begin to act like your abuser because you are different from them, because you are better than they are. So please, if your partner keeps yelling at you in your relationship, you need to begin to set boundaries. You need to tell them that you're not going to stand for it. If they're not willing to get help, then it's time for you to start considering leaving that relationship because you need to protect yourself, protect your health, and you should not even be in an environment where you are constantly in a state of fear. Please leave me a comment. I'm always looking forward to reading your comments. What are some of the effects that yelling has had on you? Please share. Also, please hit the like button because that will encourage me and to tell me that you're actually getting value from this video. Yelling is not the only sign that you're being emotionally abused. There are many other signs, and I'm currently doing a series where I'm talking about the signs of emotional abuse. So that's why you want to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on the next episode. See you in the next one.